How's everybody doing? Everybody have a good weekend? Everybody have a good weekend, good weekend? We're going to do a source alignment today. We wanted to do a chakra clearing and alignment just so that those of you that want to start working with your chakras every day, you can start working with this really quick and easy alignment. It's really quick to get your chakras in alignment. Make sure that you're all set for the day. Make sure that you're grounded into your whole multidimensional bodies. Calling in spirit and allowing yourself to be bathed and cleansed. So we're going to do a quick alignment. These alignments are necessary from here on out because we know that light wisdom's intelligences, who we are as Metatronic light, what we are existing within as Metatronic light, the omnipresent source field. We are examples of source. We are our own source of love. We are our own source of upliftment. We are our own source of evolution. We are our own source of light, which goes into the DNA, which activates the DNA, our blood, our cells, everything that we are is a cosmic matter form makeup, because we are. Each of us carry different cosmic DNA. Each of us carry different aspects of DNA that we need because we're each here to explore and express and experience the integration of our soul fragments by healing what's going on in Divine Feminine, healing what's going on in Divine Masculine, and bringing it to a harmony of oneness. None is above the other, and none is playing a bigger or better role. It's all one, and that goes for the shadow and for the light. Because for the shadow to be there, you've got to have light to see it. And for the light to be there, you've got to have the shadow to see it, right? So they each can become something of each other. That's why it's always, that's why source, source is source, right? How would source have the excitement to have only one thing in creation? No, there's infinite planets with infinite themes, with infinite soul blueprints, infinite life, infinite species. And so that diversity of oneness is what we're here to all learn. Can we move in a planet of safety and health and wellness, seeing peace in the Middle East, regardless of what was original back when and what was original? It doesn't matter because they're all, again, whatever was original is still only a fraction and minute distortion of what source is. So if all of the back east, the Middle East countries just came to the table and you said that one statement, all things taken into consideration on an ascended planet, in an evolved planet, everything is just a distortion of source creator of the oneness. When you raise in higher frequency, you're going to see what a seventh dimensional aspect of source is. Therefore, everything below that is still a distortion of source because you only know what you know. So what they're fighting about and what they've always fought about and the decisions and the distortions and the fights going on back and forth, their previous lifetime, they were on the other side of the border. So to learn unity consciousness, to learn oneness, everything that is before where you're at is only a distortion because it can only be that way. You're not going to have all that source is at a low vibrational third dimensional level where you're all fighting each other and you're in box store beliefs. That's a very low vibrational distorted fabric where you use one book and this one book says this and this one book says that. And then you have another religion that says their book says that. That's fine. Your books can each be okay, but it's still a distortion. It's still a low vibrational 3D perspective. It works for 3D. We're not going through 3D anymore. We're going forward in 5D. Therefore, 5D is all that is source. We are all source creator. Take it to the bigger bucket. We are images of the mother and the father. We have energies of the divine feminine, divine masculine. We must harmonize it every day to see from both perspectives so that we can bring balance and harmony, alchemize whatever distortions are in front of us. Now, many of the attacks that have been coming on, I'm just talking about my specific case in and of itself, because again, there's many things that go into, and we must do research on many of the variables that go into the mind scraping and the brainwashing of how these cells, how these cults and covens, which we'll call cells, how these cells of parasitic demonic attacks have been directed. Because not all of them have been directed by shadow government, and some of them are involved in shadow government directives. That has to be investigated and found out immediately. Because these ones that are acting and still behaving in demonic ways of still doing death plots on me, even though they've been told and they've been shown the consequence of their daily actions, you're never going to get anywhere more than death, jail, life sentences, and then going into the lower mud realms. You will never gain anything more than that. And they know that, but they're still doing it. Now, whether in and of itself they're doing it because that's their pattern and that's the only thing they know, yes and true, that's true, because they've patterned themselves, because they do obsessive daily black magic, and black magic is just about repetition in your intention. That's all magic is. So again, if you're forcing an outcome, if you're forcing the story narrative, then you're not trusting in God or any of the other 13 dimensions to know that you're a part of all that is. You're not trusting your DNA. You're not trusting anything that is divine and sacred. You're just trusting something that's a low vibrational coven to force your way through life. And again, there will always be the wheel of fortune, because you're never always going to be at the top. You have to learn all aspects of the wheel. Otherwise, you're not going to be evolved. You're not going to be a master. You will never get into 5D. You won't be let into 5D if you only know what it's like to be an elite. And that's corrupt and like takes people out and gets what they want and never has anybody say no and has their own way about going through life. You're never going to be a master if that's all you know. So there's absolute infiniteness of what we're here to learn. And the 3 E's are so important. The 3 E's are why you're here. And so if all you do is rotate on one program, on one pattern, it's up to you, because you're responsible for your vibration, to say, how can I move about in this 3E and be bigger and better and more consciously, capacity and aptitude? How can I breathe in and out with source? The universe will always breathe in and breathe out. It will always contract and it will always expand. You get to choose where you're going to be in that. Do you want to be in entropy and just letting go? You know, the Epstein way of life, which we're all seeing now, of all these people that have been involved in it. And it's no big secret. I mean, we've all known this. We've all known that the people at the very top are the most corrupt. Very few of them hold integrity. Very few of them come forward and actually wear the mask of who they are. Most of the elites don't wear, truthful masks, because that's just the games they've been playing. So now that everything's changing, that's why again, go back. That's why we do our chakra alignment, because your chakra alignment aligns with your soul's blueprint, you and source, your sacred trinity. It is how it is. And then you move forward. There's nobody swaying you and taking you off your box and trying to harvest your energy and trying to harvest your chakras and take from you and all this kind of stuff that's been done. We know that it's being done out in the collective. It's now being put it's being spotlight on everything. The Epstein files that are coming out, that's the spotlight of the exact same thing that I went through with, except mine was on a covert level. They didn't want me to know that they were trafficking me. They didn't want me to know that they were selling me back and forth in underground bidding systems. And they didn't want me to know that I was in a Truman Show. That's why they veiled my channel. Because if my channel was veiled, the ones that did want to ask questions, the ones that did have integrity, the ones that did want to see if I was getting the information or I was getting money, and those that had questions to find me, because there were false POAs and there were false stories about me being dead and all of these falsifications and fabrications that the Calgary cult and the shadow government were involved with. All of the lies and all of the distortions up to, the source says the thousands. The thousands that were done on my life for 50 years, they're all fabrications. Nobody to this day, not one person has sat before me with their little journal asking notes and questions on an interview. Nobody sat before me and questioned me. Nobody knows me. This way, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling for all of these people in the collective to have these willy-nilly experiences and expressions of me and ideas of me. You never talk to me. None of you even know me. Nobody does. Nobody talks to me on the phone or video on a regular basis besides my 2 clients. Nobody talks to me on a regular basis. Nobody. So we're going to go into, again, 5D love, because 5D love is not what we've seen, is not what has been behaving. The divine masculines need to absolutely continue their healing. Divine masculines need to get very serious about their healing. Divine masculines need to put everything aside. If I was a divine masculine, I would put everything aside and I would focus everything on healing. Because divine masculine is not going to be able to handle the light that is coming by thinking that they're just going to keep doing what they've always done. You're going to get bathed in light. You're going to go through psychosis. And who's going to help you through psychosis? If you're owning a business and you have all of these things because you've been the masters of the world, you've been the ones directing the world, and you're going to go through your light. You're going to go through your ascension process. You're going to go through your ego death. And then what? What are you going to do if you're the one that has to press the button or not press the button on these world challenging issues because you're not practicing peace, because you're not balanced and you don't know who you are? Divine light wisdoms and the light wisdoms intelligences are a must know immediately right now, yesterday. Every day, take an hour in the morning and an hour at night, and throughout the day, adjust yourself with full body breaths and bringing yourself back to center before you make any choices that affect all others. We are in the game now of unity consciousness. And this means that you don't have free reign to play ego games on other people's lives. You just don't. You never did. You never really did. The human rights were always there. The constitutional rights were always there. And the higher spiritual laws were always there. The law of one was always there. And it's not anybody's fault that you're not choosing to go and look at it. I'm talking to the 300. I'm talking to the one in the cults. I'm talking to the world leaders that watch me. I'm talking to those that are integrous, that are here for new systems, that will be a part of new systems. You will be a part of bringing up new beginnings and new organizations so that you can be a part of new investigations, new education, new leadership, new medical and healing, and a new political system that is a team of one. These things are sources messages for today. We're going to start moving on what we're going to start moving on, and that's the energy of now. The energy of now. Who are we? What do we exist with? And what's going on within each and every one of us? And let old systems pass. Like let little systems die. Let them have its death cycle. It needs to have its death cycle. The box store beliefs can be whatever it is, and if you still want to practice your box store beliefs, that's fine. But also, too, practice the higher and above 5D, Source Creator. Because your religions will not get you through ascension. There are practices you must know. There are beliefs that you must take on. And you must harmonize and let go of what no longer serves. And your religions are filled with a lot of what no longer serves. Because there's misogyny, there's false information, there's false beliefs in there, there's distorted beliefs, there's guilt and shame. There's not higher evolutionary experiences. So if you want to die by your death and Bible, go die by your death and Bible. It's your lower box door beliefs. And as we said, if you choose to not change and evolve, it will be your demise, and that's your choice. But as you get into higher systems of evolution, as you get into higher vibrations of the universe, you're going to want to know different levels of source because it's expanding and contracting every second. There's infinite people that are awakening every day. We need higher vibrational wisdoms. The children should be taught this as early as kindergarten. It is our system of operating in the universe, right? The toroidal, it's our system of operating. It's our system of operating in the universe. We are micro, macro. We are in the holographic image of. How could it not have been any other way? What we offer are the basic truths. They're very basic. Of course, there's expansiveness because the more you get higher in Source Creator, the more expansive these basic truths will be. That means that you're expanding your consciousness within any given moment, within any given bubble, within any given thread of dimension. And what is dimension again? Information and vibration. So where are you at with your information about all that is and what you exist within and who are you within it all? And where are you without the vibration of it all? Where's my vibration sitting? Am I at a low vibration where I'm cults and covens taking people over and taking people up because I want their insurance? Because I don't want them to know about who I am? Because I don't want them to, blah, 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 blah? Part of that not knowing, part of that hiding, part of the mask wearing. This also has to be investigated. It has to be brought forward because we have to face it. The cult and coven that was largely responsible for attacking me were those that were in a large group of LGBTQT1+ categories. And that was exactly showing the distortions between divine feminine masculine energies that were unresolved within each of them. Also, this is a very true fact, which I've said right from day one and is being proven. Everything I've said has been proven. What is unfolding now in the cults and covens that have done sex orgies and sex magic, the dangers of it, as I have said, as I have stated, and it's showing now in the unfolding of the karma, in the unfolding of these people's diseases and health, that's not health, of the lack of activations that's gone in their DNA because they're not healing, they're not in the process of doing their ascension path work. Take those 2 points, dissect it, and it needs to be drawn out, and we need to do research on what I'm talking about. We have to do research on this because that's the only way for us to understand how and what and why and where at the psyche philosophical level, and we can put it back into our liturgies of light, and we can use this because what we are doing right now is we are establishing New Earth. And in New Earth, we are going to have beings from on and off world. As far as from now on, there'll be generations learning off of these very pivotal moments that humanity has gone from very limitation and darkness into light. So we need to start logging everything that we're doing and how we're doing it, and making channels like mine so that we can walk people through the steps of how to alchemize, the steps of how to go from trauma to enlightenment to enlightenment, where we are 100% with Source, harmonized with Source to eternal life. We're showing you from the very darkest, densest, all the way to eternal light. And you get to choose your body and your light body. Because it's through your Merkaba, it's through all that you are as the systems of light that you are of intelligence. Source, creator, omnipresent. So I'm showing you how to do it. We need to know that we're at square one, we're at square zero. This is where we start right now as of this weekend. It's a powerful weekend for New Earth Star, for humanity. There's been many things happen behind the scenes from Source Creator that has offered all humanity a new start. A lot of the damages that have been done through black magic and the cults and covens and the sadistic cults and so on that have been doing so, they have had a bubble of veiling. They will not touch us, and they will not allow anything to happen to those of us that are now, what are we called? Creator gods. In the image of, that are starting the foundations of New Earth Star, so that we can get on with our ascension, so that we can get on with the momentum of New Earth, we can get on with the momentum of being the creators of new systems. Because we are now all of those that have chosen within their divine soul's blueprint that they will go through ascension with their teams, with Source Creator, with their soul's higher self, and all of their teams. They have chosen at a soul level to go through ascension and move into eternal life. Those that have making that soul decision, you have been newly aligned and newly coded to the spiritual grids of 5D New Earth Star. You will feel things slowly but surely release obstacles as you're doing your daily path work, and as you're choosing to release the obstacles, you will choose and you will know that you're becoming lighter and lighter, and you're choosing a new frequency of thought programming, which is higher capacity, aligned with your higher self, and you're learning about consciousness and all that consciousness is of God, of Source Creator, of the earth, and of your collective. This is how we become higher intelligent. This is how we become knowing that as I do to myself, I do to all others, and vice versa. Therefore, thus then, don't hurt anyone. Because what you do and say and how you do and say it, it matters. It hurts people. Let alone on the entire opposite ends of the spectrum. We'll go back to what we said earlier. Those that have been attacking just in my discrimination case, just with the Calgary cult. All other cults have been run differently. Some are directed by the shadow government, some are not. Pardon me. Thank you, sir. Stars. Clearing all these energies. And we're going to do a chakra alignment. Those that are also in other cults and covens have been directed, sources showing me, by other private parties in your collective that have chosen to run corrupt programs. And they can be numerous. They're showing me church. They're showing me, elite business people. They use cults and covens to do their business and their dirty work. So this will come out also as well. The public, those that are choosing to go along an ascension, it is up to each and every one of you to do what Celeste has done. Get your journals out and start logging when you're being stalked. Start logging the abnormalities. Start logging the covert experiences that your intuitions are guiding you. You will get dreams and you will get the synchronicities, and you'll be shown things as to what systematic abuse is, which Joanna and Celeste have explained in the videos in quite length. There's a playlist, and one of the first videos was called You Are Supported, and that's when I was first given the term mind scraping, and that's what these cults and covens in specifically do. They start to use covert abuse, covert mental abuse, covert black magic, covert voodoo They pass your name down in the underground in various ways to sell who you're going to and what you're being bid to and bet to for people to practice your harvesting. Practice harvesting your energy, practice doing magic on you, practice to see who's the best voodooist, practice to see who's the best death spell, practice to see who's the best sacrificer and spiritual hitman. All of these things are practiced in the black web. And your name is passed around, and sometimes you're even married falsely. You have no idea you're married, but these cults and covens think they're going to pass you around for ownership, because one cult and coven might say, well, I couldn't get through that sacrifice, so if I give my ex-wife over to you, and I give you to her, and you get married to her, how about we just forgive my debt? So they use your name and they use your energy because they know that you're spiritually ranked, or they know that you're a starseed, or they know that you have some inheritance coming, or they know that you have money behind you in various investments. This is how the cults and covens track you. It's through your information and your money. It's through your lineage and your name. It's through your spiritual ranking and your power. Your lineage meaning you're a starseed or not, crystal or not, etc. You're the one that actually does the work. You're the one that actually has the ideas. You're the one that's actually connected to source, and everybody else can, but they're just choosing not to. They're just choosing to do it corruptly. They're just choosing to do it by force because they don't want to go within and do the work. This is exactly how it is. Draw it out. All of this needs to be investigated, and everybody needs to take responsibility, accountability for the earth that you're going to choose. Because if you know damage and loss and fraud and theft are going on, and trafficking and RICO is going on, and you do nothing about it, you're sending the vibration out to creation, because everything is vibrational. You're sending it out to creation to say, I'm okay to be on an earth where trafficking is okay. That's my vibration. I'm okay that all of this corruption goes on, because you know and you see it. So then you get to choose your earth. That's Epstein Earth. You're okay with it. And because it's been so relentless and because it's been so corrupt, my case will be one that will break a lot of the groundwork for many others. A lot will be shown, a lot will be known, a lot will be learned, a lot will be healed. We're going to create many systems, many healing systems, homes for children, homes for women and children that have had their husbands go into 5 and 6 different families and 4 and 5 different families with illegitimate children and their secret groups and their secret covens and their secret polyamorous play, because the men didn't really want to tell their wife that, because they didn't really want to lose their first wife, because they didn't want to pay them out on divorce fees. And so they keep their wives, and they keep all of their wives, and then they just play them with each other until they get a disease. And of course, everybody becomes diseased. And these things are going to be coming out, so you're going to have to prepare yourselves on how you're going to deal with it. There's going to be tower moments for a reason, because we have to face what has been done. We have to face what has been done and nothing's been done about it. We have to face what has been done and the authorities doing nothing about it and just watching it and watching it and watching it. The authorities have known for years now. There has been death plots regularly, weekly on my name. Money's passing back and forth to the hundreds of thousands and even millions to take me out. And not one person has come forward to do the right thing. Not one person. And divine masculines on this planet, you absolutely know that this is your soul's record and this is your soul's divine purpose, is to protect life at all costs. And because of what's been going on in the debaucherous underground world, when nobody's healing what they're doing and nobody's healing what they're feeling and nobody's healing what's going on, they choose to play these underground cults and covens and sex of little sex rings. They lure people into it. They have sex orgies, and they do debaucherous things, and they videotape it, and then they use those videos as blackmail to all of the elites and all of the professionals and all of those that come and play in their secret time or their secret club, while their wives and their children are at home doing homework, and their wives and their children are getting groceries, and their wives and their children are at soccer practice, and their wives and their children are building a business, because the husbands are always at work. And the husbands are learning all about being a Muslim and having harems and having many, many wives and having polyamorous sex lives and having their cults and covens and calling themselves religious when it's not really religious. It's just a mask you wear. It's a fake mask you wear. It's a thing you put on and pretend in. It's a store you walk in. Meanwhile, it's just something you say out in your collective because it makes you feel good. It makes you get by because people think it means something. Being religious doesn't mean anything anymore because everybody's corrupt. It means that you hide behind something. It means that you hide behind your Bible verses. It means you hide behind fake churches. It means you hide behind corrupt churches. Not all churches. There are some and there are few that run church like a church. Very few. Most of them have private agendas. Most of them live for money. Most of them live to see how much money they can make. And most of them have absolutely zero connection with God and Source Creator, because we prove it to you every time we come on. We prove it to you to have these little things that you can do and test to see how many people out there are truly, truly connected to God, because it's a vibration. It's a vibration, people, and it's a practice. You have to practice being in vibration with God. Why? Because it's connection. And it's building a relationship. And you will not tell me that being in a Baptist church and pretending you're running a Baptist church while you're doing satanic rituals to kill people for insurance money and sacrifice them to get clout is a godly thing. And why your churches will come down, they need to. And they will go through a death process, because you must face what you've been hiding behind. That's the only way to get through the gates. I will show you. I will not hold your hand. I will not drag you. I will not take you unwillingly. I don't care. I have my job to do. My job is to be me. My job is to keep being me. My job is to keep raising the vibration of this planet, because I am one of the creator gods that is linked directly to the grids. And if you keep fucking with my energy, every life on this planet will demise. I've told you from day one, I know how important I am. I know that my energy creates life, and you all know it because you've all been harvesting off me, and you've all been using and abusing me illegally in your little Truman shows and your dumbass human hunting and your dumbass human Hunger Games. And you all know it, the most corrupt on this planet. You are being pulled out because I was your karma. And I've called you on every one of your crimes, right from the top all the way to the seedy-ass black web minions. I've called you all out, and everything I've said is 100. There's been 13 or more people die in my one discrimination case from the very same people that are trying to do sacrifices on me and take me out. 13 in this one cult. And they've affected many, many more that are diseased and infected, and their families are being destroyed. That's just one cult. One cult, one city. 13 lives that are on all of their belts. The witches, the warlocks, the head witch. The head witch, you better know you're guilty as fuck. Your voodooists you call in from Africa, your voodooists you call in from Nigeria, and your illegal alien Nigerians that you have them pay them and go do their little stalking and have these Nigerians put the pressure on people and think that they're going to be all bullies and all the things that you've done. Every deed that you've done, I've got pages and pages of what you've done to me. It's covert abuse, psychological abuse, it's enslavement, it was overkill, and nobody that reads the reports and nobody that will see what's coming out and nobody that will see all of the information entailed, some of it can't even be told. And anybody looking at it with a basic common sense of being human, I don't even think many of these people can call themselves human. Anybody looking at this, even from a perspective of a detached perspective, it would blow everybody's minds away as to how much was done, who was involved, how much was done on a regular basis that was not caught. There was no due diligence, there was no due process, no human rights on any level, and there were various officials involved. We're not just talking one official, we're talking 3 to 5. 5 officials. Whether it be fraud or theft, whether it be discrimination and exploitation, whether it be complete fabrication on a false criminal claim. When, again, not one person has come before me and sat before me and asked me or talked to me like a normal human. Nobody has. Nobody. Not one person. I've been given nothing. I've been given no papers. I've been given no money. I've been given nothing from anybody except my 2 clients. And God. God is the only reason why I'm here. My guides and my celestials are the only reason why I'm here. My teams in the light ships every night are the only reasons I'm here. The collective of the humanity, the collective of all of the people that call themselves elites, the collective of the systems, they have absolutely nothing to do. None of them do. None of them ever will have anything to say about my life. None of them. None of them will be included in the story of my life, which will turn into books and movies. None of them will have anything to say about the statues that will be made in my name. I'm going to liberate every child in trafficking. Nothing and nobody will ever have anything to say about the rising of me, ever. Nobody on this collective. God is, I am. And it's never been done before. And I can say that because it already is. I don't need to say anything about who I am. You're going to get that from the channels you want to book the sessions with and appointments with. I won't say it. God will give it to you. I'm exhausted. coming forward every day and transmuting the shit I didn't create. Either when I was from a kid and I was in an alcoholic home and I was just dropped there and put there because it was a fabricated mess right from the shadow government. And nobody wanted to take ownership and nobody did anything for me, not 1 ounce. Nobody gave me a penny, nobody gave me a fucking dime. You all touched me, you all touched on me, you all raped on me, you all jacked off to me, and you all know you did. You can't even count the number of people that have jacked off to my energy and tried to use it for your fucking manifesting. And I'm sacred. I'm a divine being from the highest royal family. And I've now cut my lineage because the people that were on my lineage, they did nothing but abuse me and they refused to let me go. They were relentless about owning me so they could keep abusing me. Because I was their one sacrifice that would pull that whole fucking family out of the darkness of their deeds in absolute incest, pedophilia, sacrificing. No, you're going to sit in your mess. God gave you 1,000,000 chances. I am my new lineage now. I don't belong with you. You belong where you belong. You don't belong with me. That was your choice. Everybody was given 4 years of every day, 1,000,000 opportunities, possibilities every day to do right. Nobody did anything right. Not one person. You deserve your reality. Energy is very real, and you are absolutely 100% responsible. Humanity can no longer sit by and say that it wasn't me, it wasn't me. If you want to be in your narcissism, you're not going to get anywhere. You must face it and you must heal it. It is you. Your vibration is you. The deeds you do to another is you. You will face your deeds that you have done to all others. It's you. Every spell that you have done to another, it's you. Every sacrifice you have done to another because you don't feel good about who you are, it's you. When you don't feel good or you don't feel good about yourself, you have no sense of self, you have no security in yourself, and you put others through tests that are of your insecurity, it's you. I will not be put on any more further tests. I don't care. Anybody that wants to may hire me or collaborate with me, I won't go through any of your tests. I won't. I've told you that before. How and why anybody in their good faith, anyone that sits down at a table and looks at my life in 1 minute, and God hath said, few would have survived what you did and what I do every day, because the attacks come every day. Every day. I show you the stalking pictures every day. I show you them hacking my accounts every day. Anyone that thinks they're going to come to me in a 5D potentiality for systems and new earth and thinks that you're going to put me through a test to see if I'm okay to be around you. Insane. And you will not have an ounce of my energy. If God hath said, few would have survived, how dare anybody think they're going to test me to see if I'm here for your money when I'm the one that's supporting the grids that you wake up on every day. So don't dare think anybody is going to pull a test to say, maybe should we work with her or should we not work with her? You don't know half of what I go through in 1 minute, let alone putting me through one of your tests of your no sense of self and your insecurity about who you want to be around. Go do a bit more playing. Go do a bit more sussing out of your options. Go suss it out. I won't go through 1 ounce of your tests, not one. Nobody on this planet can count the number of tests I have been through. 3,500 plus rituals on my life since the day I was born. Since I was born as a baby, as a child, I was put through rituals and tests to see how real I was of light. Because you knew the earth shook when I was born. And you can't figure out how I wake up every day based on the shit that you've all put me through. That's what you say every day I show up here. As soon as I turn it on, the satanic community is like, how is she there? And the church community is like, how is she there? We keep paying people to take her out. Why is she there? How come she looks younger than she did yesterday? What's going on? She doesn't look like the death spells we're putting on her. We're putting it in jars. How come I got a mirror? I got this, I got that. I got a dead cow in a bottle. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she's not dying. I support the grids that make you breathe every day. And if I say I'm done with chemtrails, you're done with chemtrails. If I say the trafficking rings are coming down by June 30th, they're coming fucking down by June 30th. One by one, by one by one. And each and every one of you are involved. Because the ring in Calgary is just another cult ring, it's just another trafficking ring, it's just another RICO ring. Everything they've done is criminal as fuck. And you're coming down, you're gonna face your deeds, and you will be charged and you will go to jail. All of you. The fake clients, the photoshoppers, the fabricated documents, all of it. All of you will be charged. Equal to your deeds. These are the new spiritual laws. If you keep wasting my time, if you keep wasting my energy because your insecurities and your cult belief systems, you will be held in contempt of court because the higher court is now taking over the grids. And you all have been told for 4 years, stay off my back. These are very basic laws that you can go within and heal yourself and start using your source energy, not mine. I'm living on the street every day, and every day I'm harvested. Because you all think it's fun to jack off and manifest stuff while I don't normally eat and I don't sleep, and I'm running your grids. Because I was the only one that can be called. Do you know what Source said this morning in the Systems of Light? What did you say, Systems of Light? Without you, this would not have been possible. There's nobody that could have done what I did. There's nobody that can do what I do. There's nobody that knows what I know. There's nobody that has the vibration I do and I am. So every time you take a bite of your apple or your orange, and every time you go to one of your sex orgies, perhaps you get outside of yourself and perhaps you take a bow and perhaps you thank God that you've been given another opportunity to maybe ascend, to maybe become self-actualized, to maybe understand what light is and your Metatronic body is before you keep abusing it. And then putting me through any more tests because you want to see if I'm ready to co-create with you. Are you kidding me? Are you okay to sit at my table? Because I'm going to call what I see. I'm going to call what I see, and I'm going to keep calling what I see. Because that's my job. I walk with Anubis, and Anubis ain't going to let you get away with your wearing masks, you're lying to the patrons, and you're taking money out of people's back pockets. You're not doing it anymore. These spiritual grids will not support corruption on any level in any way. And every day you will be from the higher courts getting karma. All of you. You know what it's like to be corrupt and you know what it's like just to live a normal do unto others. Doing unto others, you won't have a problem. Just keep doing your healing. I'm going to be there for your healing. I'm going to be there for you. Book a session with me. I'll help you out. And everybody on the other side of the scale, you got a lot of work to do. You're not done. Your ego has been running the show. You need to sit your ego down or we will. And you're going to give back the money you stole. Because many of you are elite. And the only reason why you're elite is because you got it corruptly. And you've been living off the backs of other people's ideas, living off the backs of other people's energies. And you and your little sex orgies and your sex cults and all the ones you're paying in the industry. And everybody you're paying to take out. And everyone you're paying to suck the life dry of them. Like I was. The reason why I'm on the street, the reason why I didn't manifest anything, because you all took it and stole it. Because my ancestors' lineages and my ancestors' energies and my ancestors' monies are being held by you. And you know it. You withhold my money. You withhold everything because then you have to be accountable for what you've done for me for 50 years. And God knows everybody on this planet will know about it. They have to. This is a reset and this is a balance. I will get my monies back. I'm not going to go through any more of your tests because these are my grids now. You're going to be put through my tests, and they're going to be the ones that God gives you to see how you are doing on your ascension. You will go through every day of looking at your shadow. You're looking at your divine feminine energies. You're no longer going to harvest off people. You're no longer going to touch the children. Every trafficking ring, every RICO ring will be pulled by June 30th, and the chemtrails will fucking stop. The sun has our codes. If you live a good life, if you live a consciously aware life, an awake life, your footprint on the planet will be lighter. There will be temperature adjustments over the next couple of years while this wobble sorts itself out. And while the consciousness of humanity sorts itself out, and we are assisted by the galactic federations and all the beings and all the consciousness and all the nature and all the biosphere that is here to help us. Because they are smart, they are wise, and they have a consciousness. Perhaps you get knowing it, perhaps you get understanding it, and perhaps you sit in meditation of it. Because your guides and your higher selves are always with you to assist you in this awakening process. For you to gain and for you to gather and for you to expand in who you are as God. Perhaps you start. Instead of thinking about what tests you're going to do on me next, you're not going to do any tests on me. You touch me with a needle, you touch me with a scalpel, you touch me with anything, and you will be held for the rest of your life in prison. And first it'll start off at the spiritual course, and slowly and hour by hour, your money will dry up. Your love of your energy, your family will dry up. The health will dry up, and everything else of your life force will dry up. Because you don't deserve to abuse me for a billionth time. You won't get that opportunity. My energy is my energy, and my light is my light. I'm here for planet Earth. I'm here for planet New Earth Star. I'm here for the galaxy. I'm here for the multiverse. Now, are we going to get busy with our job? There will be messages from Source come forward every day. And when we say let's start investigating this, it means start investigating it. Those that have a passion, start getting your paperwork out and start the new way of New Earth Star. We're going to start with integrity. We're going to start with unity, consciousness, and oneness. Because what is good for you and what is good for the all is good for the all. One is all. We must start integrating right now all that we have been in the injuries and in the blasphemy, in the defamation, in the low consciousness, and in the separation of Source and us. Source is all things. There's nothing that is not Source. So get used to it. All that you act upon in good favor and goodwill will serve you. Why? Because all is Source. You're the source of love. You're the source of goodness. You're the source of new systems. You're the source of unity consciousness in the parliament buildings and in the governments. There's no more 80,000 different parties. You're a party of one. You're a team of one. If you have a professional acumen for math, you have a professional acumen for math, that's your passion, be it. If you have an acumen for education, then be it. If you have an acumen for legal, and be it. You're going to be what your vibration is, what your excitement is. That's how come your part of the puzzle is the natural order. And God knows what God's doing with your soul's blueprint. All you have to do is follow your natural order. That's all you have to do. If you want a specific session with me, then book it. Follow natural order. When you fuck with natural order, that's when you're going to get tower moments, because you're not God. You're the image of God, but you have a lot of healing to do. We're going to go back to the cults and covens and talk about this one last thing before we get on with our alignment. Some of the cults and covens, and this is why it has to come up, have been notified and have been aware of their choosing of LGBTQ1+, and those that have been targeting. Those of us that have been chosen, whether it was directed from higher ups, whether it was directed from their cult and coven leader, however it was directed, it does not matter. I'm going to say this one last time. It has to go part of the research. This has to go further into rebalancing of humanity, and you have to choose where you fit in it, and you have to choose to do your healing within what I'm going to say. As we talked about trans, there is a higher vibrational explanation for translateral energy that goes back and forth between the body, allowing somebody, anybody that is of a starseed quality to know that they can be feminine and masculine in any given moment, however they need it. It's called translateral energy, and it flows in between the bodies and in between the gender preferences that you choose to be in any one of us. It's just pulling on that energy. It's an energy thing. It then goes into more complexities. If you choose to have it more of a complex thing, and you're going into the body that you've chosen, or parents have making choices for you before you were even eligible. And those are very complex. They're very exciting to think and know about, but we have to have the right people in the right frame of mind with higher intelligence to do these types of studies. So if that is an excitement of yours, that's where that needs to start. And we need to start with higher intelligence. Because you shouldn't be touching your body until you've had at least 6 months to be in alignment with your higher self, to talk with your spiritual guides, and to know that now these things are higher intelligence before we get going on any further programs of assisting our human collective in these experiences and in these situations. Because they're each unique, they're each individual, and it's not up for anybody to say how any of these people should be deriving their life. It's between God and their source and their soul's role in their soul's blueprint. Are we all clear? You don't have any way to touch on anybody's life. But now we do absolutely need higher education and information, which I just said. Write it down and see where you fit within it. Some of the cults and covens have been interacting and attacking based on this. Why? We're going to go into a number of things, and we're going to jot them down point form. 1, they've been directed in other ways for other agendas. MK Ultra, Epstein-like agendas. And they've been tapping into those that have been chosen, and they have been absolutely recruited. Put that word down, recruited. And they have been lured by such community things that are gay and bi interested. Come out for a party, a discreet party this weekend, and these things are romance schemes. These things are things that are done in the underground. They're done in community papers, and they're done in the black web. And they're done with little ads on the internet. I'm just a new gay and bi interested, and I want to start in. I'm just ready to look into it. And these are people that are vulnerable with who they are. They don't yet know who they are, but they're vulnerable. And these people are recruited. I'm saying this right now. Put it down on your paper, because these people that do this will be criminally liable. That's where the new laws are going to come from. Dark occult abuse. These people that are naturally and sometimes authentically just choosing to explore. I have these feelings within me. I don't understand what's going on, but let me explore. I want to try some sexual things in different ways. And they lure these people in. And this is what has happened with some and much of the Calgary cult. They weren't naturally brought there on their own volition. They were lured there through different romance schemes, through different advertisements, through different, exactly the things that you see that's going on the YouTube videos, where there's many Elon Musk impersonators. And when you go into any one of the videos about my future wife, and then if you go into any of the comments, and some of the women's comments are putting themselves in in emotional, fluxness, and then you see the comments and the replies to those comments, and there are other links that take you to another Elon, come and connect with me. Those are the ones that lure. And those should be done by Interpol. Every time you see a reply on any one of those future wife videos, those reply ones are the luring ones, and they have a business on it. And it's an online cult, and it's an online luring business, and they're online criminals. And that's exactly the group that my ex was connected with. Because they want to lure your insecurities. They want to lure your lack of sense of self, because you think that a man has more power than you because a man's kind of got in the show, and you're just putting your comments there about how brokenhearted you are. And then these people put a reply to your comments, and then they put a link that shows you another page that goes to Elon with another number on it. These are harvesting, these are luring. And then they get you all messed up in the trafficking, in the dating schemes, and then they take you on a date, they put something in your drink, they take a video of you, they put it on the black web, they start making money off you and your date. You don't even know they're making money off you. You forget a couple hours of the evening. Next thing you know, they send you a video with what you did that night before, and they say, if you don't come and join our cult, then we're going to put this all over the internet. We're going to tell your lover or your boyfriend or your family. And this is how it starts. This is what the cult in Calgary have done, and this is what they do. They're the very lowest of the lowest of the lowest. And a lot of people get blackmailed, and a lot of people get recode, and a lot of people get sold and bought. And they did it to me for many years, and I had no idea. They were selling me back and forth with my Illuminati family, and people that thought they have an ounce of say on my life, and they don't. They're never there. They never cared. They never give anything but abuse and damage and loss. You are not my family. You have nothing to do with me. You have no say over me. It's called human rights and sovereignty. We are now on the grids that's called sovereignty. These grids, if there's no other vibration on this planet, it's called sovereignty. We have been initiated this weekend in sovereignty. Say it loud. We have been initiated in sovereignty, and why your corruption won't work. Pass that one by God and see what happens. See what karma unfolds, cults and covens and little witches and voodooists and corrupt Masons and corrupt Illuminati, 34th second of Star Eastern. I don't care what you call yourselves. Because you haven't been running, you haven't been doing anything that's called do unto others. You haven't. It's ego. Ego on steroids, and you're not healed. And I will sit you down. Anubis says there's a lot of making up that's got to be done, and nobody's going to get out of it. Every deed you've done to everyone in these communities of LGBTQT+, I wanted you to write it down in point form. We're going to keep continuing. The romance schemes, the bromance schemes, the testing things out schemes, they do things and they advertise this and they lure people into an underground experiment and environment, and then they blackmail them. And they destroy families, and it stops now. Any and all of you that are involved in black web, you're all guilty and liable from this point forward, every bit of your karma. Every bit of your karma where you know this stuff goes on and you continue it and you allow it. Every bit of these debaucherous experiences where you're selling your soul, you're not healing, you're not aligning with your divine feminine masculine energies, you're not doing any education about your collective energy, because if you choose to be a part of unity consciousness, it's your responsibility to know that your vibration affects the all. And if you're going out there willy-nilly taking people out because you're insecure, because you're envious, because you're jealous, because you're this, because you're that, or you're testing people because you wanted this and because you're that, because you have the money to treat people like a Hunger Game and a Truman Show. If you think that that's adding to collective energy, if you think that that's adding to collective oneness, it's not. It's as vile as it comes. And you're going to have to heal, and you will be given karma immediately, starting right now. I'm calling judgment. These are my grids. And these grids align with higher spiritual law. This cult and coven in Calgary will be researched, and there will be many questions, and there will be studies done. I want to go one step farther. Write this down. This is important. To understanding divine feminine masculine healing, to understanding those that go into such cults, to understanding in how we heal and how we move forward. Some of these cults and covens activities, which I've stated before in many of my videos, go back and do your research and look at them, because it's very key to the ones that are going to be 5D healers, those that are going to be 5D psychologists, those are going to be 5D psychiatrists, those that are going to be vibrational healers and leaders. We need to know this. Another point form is when they are doing sexual magic, their intention is to have an image, a video, or something playing of the people they are harvesting, like myself. They jack off to this energy. They jack off to me. They jack off to my consciousness, thus harvesting it from my energy field. They do many other things and many other rituals which are damaging. They focus on a chakra. They do magic on the chakra, and they do harvesting off the chakras, along with whatever they do in their jack-offs. There is the sexual orgies that occur where there's more than one or two people that do this in a group setting. They do rituals in various ways by dancing on Gaia, by taking up Gaia's energy, by stating different magic words and different things like that. They're garnering energy to take it off of certain people so that whatever it is they want, whatever their intention is, will be offset by my energy, or the energy that they're focusing on. For the past 50 years, it's been my energy because everybody knew who I was. And that includes those in the industry. You're getting karma. I'm calling judgment again. So if you haven't got karma, you're going to get karma now. I'm calling it. Because I'm still sitting on the street and nobody's done anything. I've received absolutely nothing. Not one penny has gone into my PayPal from any of you. Not one apology, not one penny. None of you have made anything right. Karma. In these sex energies and these sex cults, which I've explained to all of you, and you have to know this, you have to understand this. This is very important. When you do not remember what you do and how you do will determine where you end up. How you do what you do will determine how you end up. Why? Because everything is about intention. Everything's about intention. If you are in a sex group, and you choose to focus on one person's energy while all of you are having sex, and all of you are focusing and all of you are intending your mind thought, your brain functioning, and your thought processes on somebody else's energy. And you're forcing it because that's what conjuring and rituals do. You force the thought, and you turn it, you force the thought, plus you're doing it with your energy body, plus you're doing it with your life force, which is your highest life force that you can use. There's nothing higher. And if you're doing this while you are all in a conscious state of ritual enchantment, of energy enchantment, you absolutely bet it's going to mess with your consciousness. It's going to mess with your brain. It's going to mess with who you think you are, because you're not, because you're calling on somebody else's consciousness to be in that room with you while you're all fucking jacking off. And you're not going to tell me that's not going to affect your psyche. It's not going to affect who you are and why you're all going insane. This is why I told you right from the beginning, sex magic is so very dangerous. And now you're all finding out why. Because those that have used it in sex orgies, those that have used it in just partner orgies, those that have used it just by yourself or jacking off, you will get karma in your sexual centers. Because how you used it and why you used it was for your selfish benefit. You didn't have permission. My energy is my energy. Go get your own. And I've told you that for years. When you are conjuring on the consciousness of Gaia, of God, how you do, why you do, will end up where you are. Your life force is very sacred. When you have had enough time with a partner that you care about and you love, because you've done your work, you've done your healing, and now you're ready for God to set you up with a divine soulmate. You let it all go. You let God do the work, and all you're doing is just working on your vibration of self-love and self-care and self-healing. You've cleansed out your sexual centers. You've taken a year and a half off. You want to clear out your body. You want to get to know what it's like to feel God, to know God, to sense God, to hear God, and all of these things because you're being responsible in your path back to God, your path back to recombination, your path back to healthy you. Because what is it like to hear my voice? What is it like to be in my sense of power? What is it like to be and hear God on all levels? I want to know that. I'm going to take some time off. I'm going away. I'm doing my own journey thing. And you separate, you detach, you clear, you cleanse out all the black magic, you cleanse out everybody telling you what's this and what's that. You're not going to listen to anybody anymore. You're going within. Because that's what you do when you go on a path of awakening and you want a higher vibrational being, you want a higher vibrational of intention, you want a higher vibrational of consciousness. You want to be intelligent because that's being godly. Ain't nobody going to waver you. Ain't nobody going to move. This is who I am now, and go forward. You're not envious. You're not jealous. You're you. That's called being authentic, and that's what 5D is like. And there is path work, and there's practices, and it's not what you've learned in church and state. This is light wisdom's intelligences because it's an intelligent process. It's godly. It's very simple. It uses your light. It understands who you are as life force, and there's consequences if you don't. And that's what everybody in the world right now is showing because it's been a very low vibrational, immature experience where everybody was doing magic to get stuff because they weren't healed within. And the LGBT community, they were trying to sort out who they were, and people were absolutely lured. And these are illegal acts. This has to be sorted out and sussed out. And those that are excited to do so, please get busy. Get busy on your investigation, get busy on your research, and start. Begin. We're going to need classes for psychiatrists. We're going to need classes for psychologists. And it will be 5D vibrational healing and learning. We must understand the psyche. And those that have been mind scraped, those that have been disconnected from their source body, those that are being put in a bubble right now that can no longer harvest or touch lives like mine. Because I will get on with my life, I will get on with my destiny, and nobody else will touch it or say anything about it. None of you in the collective. I don't care how you think you're high ranking as a Satanist or a voodooist, or you're calling somebody from the back forest of Africa. I don't care what you think their ranking is. Nothing will touch me. There's a bubble around all of them. There's a bubble around all of them. Because you have been told, and you will be shifted. If you do not choose to take your ascension and your progression of your soul seriously, you're going to be shifted. And there's a bubble around everyone because I deserve to be left the fuck alone. I don't know any of you. I didn't come in your lanes. I am that I am to call you out for your healing, for your transcension, for your evolutionary processes with Source. This is a gift to you. If you choose not to do it, say to Source, I choose not to evolve. It doesn't give you the authority or the entitlement. It doesn't give you the hourly by hourly entitlement to abuse me, to withhold my money, to put in false claims, fabrication, lies after lies after lies after lies when I don't even know any of you. This is the danger of sex magic because all of you have used it and it's dangerous. It's dangerous to the consciousness that you're using it on because it doesn't matter how many consequences we're saying is going to be bad for you. You're still coming after me like you're hungering me and you're hunting me. And this is a dangerous thing. The authorities know and have done nothing. The shadow government has known and done nothing. The police have known and done nothing. It's dangerous. And how many people have to die? I want this researched. I want classes started. And I want these discussions, and I want these discussion groups started right now immediately. Because this also goes hand in hand, another point form, the diseases that are passed in these sexual cults and covens, and also in relationship to gender non-understanding, for not higher vibrational gender information, for not higher vibrational light information, all of this is inclusive. It must be studied. We must get teachings out there immediately. And then people can start to feel okay with talking about how they feel, about talking about what they're going through and what they want to experience, explore, and express. It's okay. It's okay in your soul's progression that you want to experience your same-sex experiences. It's okay. It's an okay thing, people. Stop the judgments and stop the discriminations and stop the everything. Because people that have had to put these things underground because they can't talk about them, because there's no support for them in the community, and there's no voice for them in the community except for in debaucherous cults and covens. No, I want to bring the LGBTQT up to a 5D level. Talk
about who you are as a spirit and a soul. Stop hiding. It's normal for a person, a heterosexual person, it is normal to have experiences, explorations, and expressions with the same sex. It's normal. How you as a soul, because of your maturity, because of your hybridization, because of your DNA, because of your lineage, because of your ancestry, because of your socioeconomic experiences, because of all these things, make you a dynamic soul. That's the path work. Go in with source and say, now what about me and all these things I've just looked at as a multidimensional being? How can I look at this in a higher vibrational way? How can I be higher evolved? How can I really enjoy this? And I really put this to the paper and say, wow, these are things that have never been discussed before. I can look at it from a mental perspective, a sociological perspective, what I grew up with, what were my tangible beliefs, what can I do with now? These are highly evolutionary, and we're using these as our key grips. We're using these as the key grips to traject ourselves forward into higher intelligence. Because we can, because we will. And you do your path work with it. You do your path work. You sit and you do your path work. What does this mean for me? Who am I? What do I exist within? And what can I do next? What can I do next on a responsible experience? I can have these responsible conversations. I can go to the doctor. I can get checked. I can make sure that all my documents are free and clear. I can make sure that my DNA and my sexual centers are free and clear. And I can look at it this way. I can talk about it this way. I can be upfront about it. I can look into this. I can look into that. I'd like to have a date with the same sex. Maybe I start there. After you've gone through your path work, you know who you are. You've got the go by God and say you're meant to explore something. It's up to you. Nobody has say over you. And let the people be people. Stay out of people's lanes. Stop luring people. Stop making a business out of people's insecurities. Because that's exactly what you've done. And then you have to say, that's what I did. I manipulated people. I took advantage of people. You damn right you did. And now you're going to get charged for it. Because I'm going to make up new laws. Dark occult laws. We will protect the innocent. If somebody has an insecure moment, you're not going to get recruited to an underground sex cult. Calgary sex cult, you're absolutely guilty. And I will see you in jail. As you're walking in that jail, I will know that I put you there to not hurt and take out anybody else because you chose not to heal. And we are going to learn from these experiences, and we are going to become higher vibrational. We will become higher intelligent, and we're going to give those people in jail, we're going to even give those healing. If they choose to be healed in jail, they will be healed because they are still a part of the collective and their energy matters to us. But they're not going to be on the street luring innocent people and children anymore. They're going to get their healing that they need. They're going to get the assessments that they need. And that's going to be a whole other set of healing that's going to be done because we will give those in the jail to be healed because there's a lot of people that are in there illegally that shouldn't even be in there. But the support systems and the police and the officials had absolutely no say on what's justice and what's not justice because they were all being paid. And we will correct our wrongs. Are we listening? Yes, ma'am. We want also the dangers of the conjuring, the dangers of rituals, of black magic when somebody is using another person's consciousness. This is directly correlated to those people that continually abuse when they know the consequences are dire. This is a correlation. I want this studied and I want it brought out to the forefront. And then we need to have healing and we need to have processes in place where these people are put into jail and they are put into assessment. Because they cannot be walking on the street. It is dangerous. If they know the consequences of having a terminal illness and they continue to have an escort service, they continue to have relationships sexually with others without telling them. This is a danger. And the cities aren't doing anything about it. You will be held liable and you will get your karma immediately. And somebody else will come in that is more integrous to take your place. Because I'm going to be moving people inside and out. Everybody knows what is a deed that is good and a deed that is illegal and corrupt. You all know it. It's not rocket science, all of you. Every day you're met with a decision and a choice. It is your soul that it sits on. You are responsible for your life and those around you. You're responsible of your vibration and who are you with source as source of source. In of as, because you affect the all and everybody's going to be facing it. And that is our growth process. We must pick ourselves up and we will learn from these mistakes. We will learn from these subjugations. We will learn from these limitations. We will learn from these discriminations because we are this powerful. God would not place this before us and before me if we didn't have absolutely 100% unequivocal support, energy, light, and knowing that we will transcend it. And the heavens are cheering for us right now because we are in a state of one. Our first A, acknowledgement. We are going to acknowledge what's going on planet Earth, and we're not going to give our power away anymore. You're not going to do your sex orgies and anything else on anybody else's energy because you're giving your power away to somebody that you don't even know, that's not there. You're messing yourself up psychologically, psyche-wise, and your sexual energy, and you'll probably get a STD. Stop doing sexual orgies and magic on other people. Stop the black magic. It will be your demise. You've been told for the last time. The heavens and all of your guides and all of humanity and the federations and the systems of light, they know without a blink of a question of a doubt, humanity will transcend, and we will have people shaking and dancing and screaming in their seats about how intelligent, how divine, how compassionate, how loving, how profound we are as a human collective to transcend what we have and what we will, because we are. Is that clear? This is our garden, and we will seed it anew. And it will be with self-respect and self-care and self-compassion, because it begins within first. Acknowledge who you are and what you're going through. Talk about it maturely and responsibly, and seek out answers that feel good for your soul, because every soul is different. Every soul has different experience and length in the universe, and length on the planet, and length in their body. Everybody's going to have a different opinion, and everybody's going to have a different consciousness level. Seek those that are consciously aware and awake, and that have been grounded in their path for some time. There's lots of light workers that have been out there for a long time that have a lot of great advice and that are energy healers and aligned readers. Go to the aligned readers. Stay away from those that are doing links to the replies in other videos because you're vulnerable. Stay away from those, and those need to be sent to YouTube right away because those are the ones that are also a part of the online cult and the online abuse. Those are the exact ones that abuse my live stream every day. I guarantee it. Interpol, if you do and you link those correlations, the ones that are doing the replies on those future wife videos, the Elon Musk impersonators, these are impersonators that want you to think they're Elon, and they're not Elon. They're impersonators, they're criminals. And there will be a correlation between the online bullies that have been attacking me and those that are the fake AI accounts and the fake YouTube accounts that are putting replies on all of those that are vulnerable. This is how they do it. This is how they lure and recruit in their communities. These are the cults and covens. These are the satanic global organized crime units. This must be studied. This must be pulled out and plucked, and the weeds will be pulled. And women, stop giving your power away. Go in and get healed. Never give one person your all. Never pour everything into one person. That's your first self-loving act lesson. Never pour all that you are into one person. Never. Doesn't matter what the video says or does. Most of those aren't even made by anybody to do with Elon. They're fake. They're people just putting up messages because they're involving people of high status names. And then they have the impersonate, just like they did of me. How many things are out there of my energy that I don't even know about on the black web? Apparently, how many porn videos are out there of me? I haven't been paid anything by anybody for anything, and yet everybody's made a lot of money off me. Those are getting shut down now. Every person that has made a penny or a dime off of me illegally, copyright infringement, proprietorship infringement, nobody's had a right to take or use any of my information in any way. On any level, not my books, not my content, not my illustrations, not my videos. YouTube, you'll get called out for your crimes. On my pilfering, on the dates that are being messed with on the uploads, on everything that else that's been in between. I should have the ability, just like every other YouTube channel, if a guy that makes concrete can go into monetization, I'm talking about the highest information on the planet, I can go into monetization. I deserve to be paid for who I am. I deserve to be paid for the energy I give. I give source messages. I offer people how to heal trauma and how to ascend. I deserve to be monetized. There are laws, and it begins today. is the first day, and we will celebrate our sovereignty, because everybody on this planet deserves to be heard. Everybody on this planet deserves to live a sacred life with eternal life. And we will learn and be higher consciousness about what we experience as a soul, whether it's LGBTQ1+, it doesn't matter what we experience. We are divine souls and we are diverse. And let's honor it at the core level and level up in our intelligence and our wisdoms to create systems that serve all people, not just the 5% elite. Are we clear? And the 5% elite, if you have not shared your income, if you've not shared your monies, if you have not done anything to socio-altruistic deeds, you better start doing so, because there's karma coming for you. You're not meant to stay the top 5% elite while you do nothing for the rest of the collective. And then on top of that, you're involved with human hunting. You will get karma and you will be charged. That goes for all of those in the industry going through their death cycle, and those of you that use rituals to pull off energies from every other names. And we're seeing all of the things that are coming out from the industry and all those that have been in the industry and the things that they've been doing behind closed doors and in their tunnels and in their gates and in their little basements. We're seeing all of it come out from now, and we're not going to run away from it. We're going to face it, and we're going to become higher intelligent, because it has been the most obscene abuse of life. And you cannot tell me anybody in a sane mind, there is no God that would say that's okay. The things you're seeing right now and the pictures that are coming out, there's no way, no God in anywhere would say any of this is okay. It's gotten to that level because people are wounded. They're disconnected from God, source creator. They're disconnected from who they are, spirit and a soul. They're disconnected from anything that is spiritual practice, has nothing to do with religion. And they're nothing to do with who they are as a divine soul with source creator that is loved unconditionally. There is none of that in the mix. There's a lot of wrong information about rituals. There's a lot of wrong information about religions. There's a lot of wrong information about Satanism. There's a lot of wrong information about Satan and Lucifer. There's about a long line of corrupt energies, whether it be the Illuminati or the Eastern Stars or whoever you think you are. It does not matter. It's moot, because this weekend we start fresh, and everybody on this planet starting right now gets to choose who you want to be, because it doesn't look like any of those things from the past are going to be anything you want to carry with you as a badge. Some people are releasing their entire lineage because of the crimes done and the entitlement to abuse, which has been absolutely horrible. And I have PTSD every day that I have to heal. I have to train myself to heal the damages that have been done, and sitting outside in a parking lot that I survive in because nobody else in the collective is doing the right thing about returning my money to me. And many of you think that our elite, that's your money. You've earned that money off of other people's backs, and you absolutely know it. And you've done nothing to give it back. Therefore, thus then, you're going to get karma. Because you cannot hide and pretend that all of your past deeds don't mean anything. They absolutely do. You are a part of a collective energy now, and all you do affects everyone else. And if you will continue to choose to be selfish, if you continue to choose to be gluttonous, if you continue to choose to be Hunger and hunting games, you're going to get karma faster than your head will ever spin when we say bananas. Bananas, bananas, bananas. Karma, karma, karma. Now, now, now. Nobody had the right to touch me from birth. Nobody had the right to put 50,000 million lies on my life and fabricate information and false accusations, bearing false witness and paying people to lie about me. None of you even know me. None of you even been around me, and I can prove that. I can prove it. My phone hasn't worked forever. I don't have any incoming phone calls, ever. I don't talk to anybody except my clients, except my daily videos. I don't talk to anybody except the clients that come in and see me at the coffee shop that want healings. So nobody can say they know me. Nobody can put my name in their mouth unless it's a collaboration contract. And God will advise you and God will direct you. Because certain of you need to absolutely work with me, because you need my wisdoms. So book the appointment, book the session, and we'll connect with the conversation. There are those of you that have a spiritual contract with me, and those spiritual contracts mean that you owe me. I'm going to offer you what I have, and you're going to offer me what you have. There are those of a spiritual contract that you feel a need and you feel embedded to help me out in certain ways, is because you owe me. Your soul owes my soul. Your lineage owes my lineage. And that's called karma. And God's going to keep setting it up until you get it. You can try and run from it. You can try and deke it out. And you can try and make it sound anything less than. You can try and make it sound however you want. A lot of you owe me. You're either going to give donations, you're going to put checks, or you're going to mail it to the bank, or we're going to get together a contract because somehow, some way, we have to work it out and work together. Nobody's above the other. You're going to clear out your karma, or you're just going to keep getting karma. I've said these things before. You're now facing it. It's all real. Everything I've said is 100% truth. You're either going to keep fighting it back and forth, or what? Then what? Come back to the same place in your infinity and have to deal with the same thing all over again. If God is inspiring you to pay me back, pay me back. Shadow government, you owe me my money. I want it. Those of you that have been testing me, those of you who have been creating false everything, fake AI, if you've been testing me and sabotaging me, if you've been hacking my accounts and because I show it and I prove it, all of you are getting karma. All of you owe me. And all of you will get your monies to me, and all of you will get what you need to get to me, and it will be done immediately. Otherwise, I'm pressing charges. I'm pressing charges on everybody. I'm pressing charges on the suffering. I'm pressing charges on my losses. I'm pressing charges on the destruction of my family. I'm pressing charges on the black magic done to my children. I'm pressing charges on everybody that has done nothing but criminal activities because you're using it for your business. You're using it for your gluttony. You're using it for your personal gain. And nobody ever came to me for permissions. I'm a genius. I'm going to wrap circles around you in court. I can't wait. So you're going to get your contracts. You're going to get them busy. There's no more further delays. There's no more further suspensions. There's no more further pushing it out a couple of weeks. There isn't. There's not. I've been homeless for 6 years. I ain't going to be homeless for another week. And you're going to keep getting karma every hour on the hour until I am repaid. I want every penny plus suffering. I want every penny plus the day that my YouTube was shut down where the entire collective was not given the healings and the teachings they needed to save themselves, to save their family, and do something that is in a right order and in alignment of the heavens, which hasn't been out there because it's been sabotaged. And you all know the part you played. All 300 in the cult and coven, all those in the shadow government, all those in the black web, and all those that think that they're going to get by being a hate club. You won't. You're going to get karma judgment. You will not operate in corruption on 5D grids. That is a quantum law. And it's only your choice on why you sit where you sit. You are 100% responsible. Go to the authorities and give your confessions. I don't want them. I don't want to hear them. My ex, you are a criminal. You are negligent on every level, on more crimes and more things that you can count, and more lies that can even be counted. All of you and everybody you belong with, you and everybody you belong with will be held guilty in contempt of court for all the things that you've done to me, and not one penny has been returned. And you've been living off me and stealing off me for years. You will never touch my future abundance, ever. None of you. None of the 300 will touch my abundance. God has put you in a bubble. You will not touch me any further. And I'm going to clarify one more time. This is the danger of black magic. This is the danger of sex magic. The damage is irreparable. And that's the danger. Because when you do these things, there is no coming back. There's no do-over. Your soul is forever changed. Lineages have been forever changed. These are ancient lineages. And you're going to get the concept of this one moment when you wake up and the black magic fog has lifted. And you're going to get the gravity of what has occurred in this one discrimination case and those involved, at the gravity of your actions, the gravity of your relentless abuse of me, and the gravity you have caused your entire lineage. The gravity you have caused your family, the gravity you have caused your body, the gravity you have caused your soul. And the corrupt people in the communities of church and state that you've chosen to do nothing about it, and the gravity that will unfold on your lives. because you chose it. Go to the authorities with your confessions, as usual. I don't want to hear it. It's over. Time is up. You're all forgiven. I want the monies that were withheld from my inheritance. I want the monies withheld from my ancestors. I want my birth records and I want my passports. These files will be sent to my bank. Those that owe me money, start making your contracts. I will not be tested. You will not take any blood from me. You will not take any samples from me. You never will. You will not use me. You will not harvest off me. You will not sell me. You will not bid me or bet me. If you do, you will get immediate karma and you will not walk away from it. The Father, everyone involved, the federations that I am on behalf of to move the planet along into 5D, and all of those on the planet that choose higher intelligence, that choose to be healed, that choose to move out of trauma. I'm here for those people. I am here for future generations. I am here for the futures of all creation. Stay out of my way. Stay out of my lane. Stay out of my energy unless you are personally invited by me. Is everybody clear? So that we respect energy, we respect the higher order laws, and we can allow those that are meant to be here to do what they're meant to do. I know my destiny. I know who I am. You will not ride me. You will not bid me and bet me on your fake AI pages. My content is my content. My work is my work. You're here to be you, fully you, authentically you, genuinely you. Start working on you. Stay out of my lane and stay out of my energy. Everybody is here to heal and to expand and to ascend into themselves, back into themselves, so that you can know what it's like to feel godly and be godly. This is a sacred process. Perhaps we start behaving like it. Get out of your ego. Stop testing people. Stop putting people through Hunger Games. You don't have a right, and just get back to you. Surrender everything to Source Creator, and Source will guide you and lead you to benevolent, fair, just, equal contracts, where everyone is given their fair and just due because of who they are and for no other reason. Because for who they are and what they offer you and how you're going to expand doing a collaboration with them. And how the greater good will behave in a higher way because of your coming together and showing everybody that it's possible. That, my friends, is godly. That, my friends, is Galactic Federation-like. That's being a master. How may you build bridges? That's our mantra for 5D Earth. How may we build bridges? This is our unity consciousness, and we will be known throughout the multiverse. We will transcend every aspect of subjugation, and we will create new laws. Let's get busy, dear lighted ones. Now open up for your chakra alignment, right? Chakra alignment. Have a straight back. Have your feet firmly planted on the ground. You're going to start to notice that you're going to start to have gases and burps. That means you're releasing the energy in your lower chakras. And take a full body breath as you breathe in. Breathe in the light, the crystalline consciousness. That's what light is. Light is consciousness. The light that taps into your chakras and taps into your DNA and brings light to your DNA, so that you can have gifts and skills and talents that activate, and the next day you wake up feeling different. That's what light does. Light expands you. Light feeds you. Light nourishes you. Light brings in the difference of you. Now gently sweep up, pulling up all those denser, darker energies, and you'll find yourself burping. So just allow the gas to come forward. You're just releasing dense energy. Breathe in holy white light. Gentle sweep up with your hands, palms facing up. You're receiving light from the universe. You're receiving light from God creation. You're receiving light from the sun. You're receiving codes from the sun. Every day, look up to the sun. Every day, appreciate the sun. Thank you, Source Creator, for giving me this day. Thank you, Source Creator, for my daily light codes. This used to be done as rituals back in many ancient tribes. There's nothing stopping you from doing this every day. Thank you, Holy Sun. What are my codes? Thank you, Holy Higher Self. What should I look for, and what should I act upon in my highest and my best? These are self-enlightenment mantras and questions and seeking of higher relationship and higher connection with spirit. because you are spirit. You can see, sense, smell, and know spirit as spirit. This is your claircognizance, your clairseeing, your clairsentience, all these things. This is what we know by. Everything is all things. All planets have their blueprints and codes delivered by and through the sun. Each and every one of you have codes that are given to you by and through the sun, through and by your higher self. Align with this daily. These are sacred things. You're showing yourself sacredness again. You're going to allow yourself a sacred co-creation, a sacred relationship to be sacred once again. When we are 5D, we are sacred. We've done the work. We're not going back to limitation and separation any longer. There will no longer be discrimination. We are one. Our shadows, our light, we are one. It is normal for us to go through in any soul's evolution, in any soul's blueprint, in any soul's outline, that we're going to go through a minutia of energies and feelings. And these are all okay. So then you have to look at your beliefs of who you are and what you were brought up within and let it go. Because most often than not, you're carrying things that aren't yours, and heal the inner child within. And have responsible and mature conversations about what others are willing to be and do with you, and give them their respect. Because not everybody wants to be in sexual playgrounds. Some people think that having a beautiful sexual relationship is very sacred with one person. So state that, know what you're looking for. And state it with responsibility and state it with maturity, because you are. And then you know that you have done your spiritual voice. You have spoken on behalf of your spiritual voice. You've spoken on behalf of the respect and the boundaries of your body, the boundaries of your life force. My life force is going to be treated with higher respect. Don't play your games with me, because you're not going to get second and fourth and fifth and a billionth chance. You can't do over with a soul like me. You won't. And therefore, thus then, it allows you, when the energy goes back to you, for you to level up. And that's how you evolve, by staying in your boundaries and stating it. I'm okay to have this lifestyle. I want to be who I am. I want to be celibate, and I want to know my energy in just who I am. That's where I'm comfortable. That's what I want to learn at this point. I like being who I am. And nobody outside of me is going to make or test or taunt or poke or intimidate and blackmail and conjure and MK Ultra me into being any different. You all tried, but you couldn't, because I know who I am. I won't be fucked with. There's no more games and no more sending people to test them. Stop your cult activity. Stop your black magic. Stop sending in people to sabotage and test people. Stop sending in people because you think they're going to take a date and you're going to go and rip them apart and then do a sacrifice on them because you're going to find out dirty images and dirty information on them. That's what these cults do. They pull and pluck at you on every level. And they'll send whoever they got to send. They'll pay whoever they got to pay. And they'll start ripping you apart one by one on every level of who you are. Financially, mentally, emotionally, in your work, in your friends, everything. They go through your friends, they go through your family, they go through your work buddies, they go through your bank. They'll go to anybody to get you. If they know that you have spiritual ranking, this is what they will do. And for somebody like me, this has been 50 years. And everybody involved's getting karma. Because God's had enough. You've all in a bubble now where you can't touch me. And I get to move on with my life. Because I'm not going to get abused anymore. It's been disgusting, it's been horrible, it's been vile, and there will be charges. So take a deep breath with multi-vibrational crystalline light. Have your feet firmly on the floor. Feel your feet into the sands, into the oil, and we're going to connect with Gaia's elements. We're going to connect with the energy and the resonance of Gaia. We're going to connect with the hum of Gaia. And just feel Gaia's hum at your feet. Hum, and breathe in Gaia's elements to reset your codes, to reset your biochemistry. And as you're breathing in, see your chakras align the pillar of light. Red, orange, yellow, green, peach, pink, blue, indigo, violet, gold, and silver at your feet. Aya na aya ta. Aya na aya. Breathe in and see all the crystalline colors. Breathe in. Full body breath. Breathe in crystalline light. Breathe in crystalline light. All the way to the heavens. Feel your higher self and the angels bathe you with crystalline light. And say with a mantra, I am bathed with the Holy Christ. I am bathed with the crystalline light. I am bathed with the crystalline light. I am bathed with the Holy Christ. And then you can do your mantras and your singing and chanting to break off any densities in your field, and you will feel it because you'll get goosebumps. And this is how you know you're working with spirit. You've conjured spirit. You're calling spirit in. It is the Sophia. Na shia namatekeya na heya. My chakras are aligned, I'm aligned. Heya. I'm the rainbow of light. Heya na heya na heya na kete sheyama heya. Visualize in your third eye, all of your chakras, crystalline, transparent light. Silver at the Earth Star chakra beneath your feet. Silver is the color of that disc. See it in your third eye, and see it spiraling. Your pillar of light is in the middle of it, and it's a crystalline white light that runs all the way up your spine. See the silver light, see the silver chakra, spinning and spiraling in transparent silver light. Take a deep breath. As you exhale slowly, move up to your root chakra. See a crystalline, transparent red at your root chakra at the tailbone, and see it spiraling in a beautiful pace, spiraling and being bathed with white light. Spiral being bathed with white light. Your pillar of light is bathing and pulsating white crystalline light as the red disc spirals around your crystalline pillar of light. I am safe, I am happy, I am safe, I am grounded. Now move up to your sacral. See your sacral vibrating and spinning around your pillar of light. The pillar of light is blessing it with crystalline white light. It's orange transparent, see-through orange, see-through orange. Take a deep breath. This is my creative center. This is my sexual center. I am healthy, I am balanced. Now move up to the solar plexus, a transparent crystalline yellow, see-through transparent yellow. It is the I am presence. It matches with the sun, the Ra. Te shenama te tatnama e. And when you speak from here, it's a bellowing sound. As God hath spoken, ta namaka e, ta e, ta namaka e. That's when you have practiced your spiritual voice. Dear lighted ones, as I speak, I set forth. Humanity will be liberated. Is of now. Sovereignty, liberation to all life. Watch the grids. Watch the grids activate love. You will see unity in new ways. Feel it, experience it, for you are. Take a deep breath. I am one with the all. I am one with the all. I am that I am. Te se nama ke te Hatakma. He anaka. Moving up to the heart chakra, transparent crystalline green, transparent spiraling around the pillar of light. A beautiful emerald green, transparent. My heart is open, my heart's opened. Mother, father, mother, father. Transparent peach, transparent pink. Mother, father, mother, father. E anna teke ane anna e anna e a e shi anna mana e teke anna si anna teke. Huishanna maka a te anana maka te ela namakara de ke anna makara de ke a te la manakara de ke lana te namakara de ke nana sid namanaka de ke la namakara de ke shala namakara de namakara de ke nana shin namakara de ka a la nanaka. Take a deep breath and feel your heart chakra be activated. Your heart chakra is now open. And yes, some of you, when your heart chakra opens, it will feel like a bit of a tightening, a pulling, and that's normal. That's because you have injuries and pain there, and you're going to release the injuries and pain to Source Creator. I release the pains that have been blocking and veiling my heart. I choose to have my heart chakra open. Say it out loud. Your cells need to hear you. My heart chakra is open and flowing. I am safe. My heart chakra is open and flowing. I am safe. And you can put boundaries and set standards of communication and standards of engagement on those that you need to set that with, and set boundaries. And that's how, what you call setting boundaries is called having protection. Your chakras will be protected because you know how to set boundaries. It's one and the same. You're not going to allow those in your house that continually abuse you. Set those boundaries. Have safety for your chakras by setting happy boundaries for you, because you're here for you and your vibration. And you want to love you and honor you and feel your heart chakra open, and feel the love and crystalline light. And move your chest a little bit up, as if your chest and your breast are going up to the heavens, up to the sun, and have it open and clear it out. Just clear it out with gentle sweeps up. Sweeps up. I'm cleansing and I'm clearing my heart chakra. I choose to feel love of self. I love myself. I want to feel the love of myself. I want to feel the deepening of myself with Source. I want to have harmony with Source, a relationship with Source, a beautiful experience with Source. I want to talk with Source and talk with Spirit. My heart chakra is open. My heart chakra is aligned. I am love, I am love, I am light. Take a deep breath. Place your hands on both your hearts. Divine Mother and Divine Father, with you in the Vesica Pisces. We're going to move up to the throat chakra. Lapis blue, beautiful, transparent lapis blue, crystalline light. This is one of the most important chakras. Of course, they're all important. They're all equally important. But this one most of all right now for humanity. For you to speak your spiritual truth. And what that means is every day, what is important to you? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, vibrationally. What is important to you? Say it out loud. I will speak my spiritual voice in all that is important to me, becoming higher evolutionary. This is a mantra. This is my task. This is my deed. As I will, so it will be. As I am, so it will be. In of as spirit. As I am, so it will be. As I am, so it will be. In of as spirit. I will have my spirits back. If I don't want to be abused, if I'm saying no, return my money, I'm reclaiming my power. And that is through the solar plexus. That's through the sacral. That's through all your chakras. Reclaim it now. I'm reclaiming my power now. I'm reclaiming my energy now. I'm reclaiming the wisdoms and my intelligences now, because I know what feels right. I pay attention to my intuition. I will speak on my intuition. I will speak clearly and with confidence on my intuition. I am a whole being now, light, word, body, and deed, and my soul and my spirit are aligned. I'm one with the Mother and the Father. I'm one with my consciousness. I'm one with my higher self. I know what feels good and what doesn't feel good, and I'm going to speak on it. That's called having your spirits back. That is also having your inner child's back. So if your inner child is wounded, this is part of the shadow work that you will do. And speak on behalf of your inner child. No, you hurt me. You don't get to come back. You're forgiven, and I forgive you in all things. Go get healed. You won't come back. You don't get a billionth chance to abuse me. And say it clearly and loud. And move up to the third eye chakra, indigo. And see a beautiful crystalline indigo wrapped around your pillar of light, your crystalline light, and see it being bathed with crystalline light. I see what I see, I see what I see. I say what I see, I say what I see. My third eye is active, my third eye is open. I say what I see, I say what I see. God is in me, God is in me. Diana nakata keshiana. These are new wisdoms, I am light. These are new wisdoms, I am love. Hey, and my application. Trust what you see. It's God. That's the pathwork. That's the beautiful exaltation. Work in your journals with all that you see. Work in your journals with your visions. Today, I activate my visionary skills. Today, I activate me. Today, I activate my visionary skills. Today, I activate me. These are my gifts and skills, my GST. This is who I am. I get to be me. Genuine, authentically. This is God's asking of you. Stand and be counted, dear lighted ones. Who are you? And you go into the stories of you, the plethora of you, the visions and the beauties of you, the versions of bodies you've taken, the planets you've been on, the stories you have. Oh, great starseed, who are you? Who are you? What do you see? What hath thou seen? Taishinamaka, We're activating you, dear lighted ones. Go to the crown chakra now. Violet, a beautiful, transparent violet. I am all things, I'm the heavens. I wear a crown for the heavens. I'm representation of the heavens. Queen and king of the heavens. Te she anaka te na e. You wear the crown of the heavens, dear lighted one. Stop behaving so. Have respect and honor for both your divine feminine masculine energies. You need each other. You will not be balanced and you will not move through this unless you are balanced in thine self. Who are you? Every day heal all that you are. Divine feminine, divine masculine, allow it to be and live through you. Stop judging yourself. Everything is all things. Just be responsible and mature about your journey. And then you're living in your highest authenticity, and forget about all of the traumas that you've carried with you from your lineage and box door beliefs that make you feel guilt and shame about everything. This is new life, dear lighted ones. You're meant to know it and feel it all. How can you be a known being of allness if you can't feel it all? Isn't that an oxymoron? Then it wouldn't be godly, would it? God is all things. God is shadow. God is light. You get to choose. Just be responsible and mature. You're not dragging people into with black magic. That's enforcement. That's putting them in numb and dumbness so you can get your way. That's enslavement. Know your laws, dear lighted ones, and don't abuse them, because you will be called out. Take a deep breath. We're going up to the soul star chakra, which is gold. Gold spiraling around your pillar of light. Taishinnamakada de ke, lainakada de ke, sianamakada de ke, lana. Tessinamakada de kelana ea. Teranaka e shenaka. Siumat ke enaka ea. Take a deep breath, call all your soul fragments in, call all your energy in, and see everything that you are being bathed with holy white light as you encapsulate all that you are in your alignment. All your chakras are aligned. Your field is aligned. Your field is being bathed, and you should feel a full body orgasm of goosebumps. This is how you know you're full in spirit right now. And then manifest a healthy body, because now you're at your highest level of intention. Now you're at the highest level of energy. Now you're at your highest level of oscillation. This is when you do your highest level of manifestation right now. I manifest a healthy body in balance and in peace. I manifest a healthy body on healthy earth in light and in peace. I manifest a healthy body in light and peace and love and goodwill to all. And when you say mantras of goodwill to all, you just know God will work it out for you, because it's God's perfect equation. It'll be good for you and you and you and you. And this is called being 5D. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Take one final breath in and ground to the 5D spiritual grids. Now, this is a chakra alignment. You can use this every day. And you can practice with it and create your own connection with spirit and build a relationship with spirit. You cannot expect spirit to give you things if you have no relationship with spirit, except to hurt people and take people and break them and move away from these people that think this is a thing. If you want to break somebody, move away from these people. It's criminal activity, and they will be charged with criminal abuse. Dear lighted ones, we are on New Earth Star now. Let's celebrate. We are in a place right now where no other human has been. Celebrate who you are in your profundity. Celebrate who you are to create your own life, releasing all that has been taught and told to you and shown to you, because they're only distortions of what was. We're building something anew, and we will be 5 Earth because we are now. Are we clear, dear lighted ones? Let's celebrate. Go and have a good dinner and a meal with your families, dear lighted ones, and love yourself whole and love God. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Collective, and thank you, the heavens. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That was fun. Anybody that would like to donate, I would love donations. I need some money for my tools and resources this week. I would love to have a donation. And when you do send donations, I do talk about you and give you prayers all week long with the angels. And thank you, my beautiful clients that have always been giving to me. I need to get some special tools this week because I've run out of everything. So I need to get paper and, things like paper. And I've got a pair of socks this weekend from my beautiful client that donated me some money. So that's beautiful. And some money for coffee and food would be nice. And those that owe me and things like that, you know what to do. Thank you, dear little ones. That was fun. That was beautiful. I'm all goosebumpy. So just make sure you ground. Oh, that felt good. And we don't have any time for questions, but tomorrow's class we'll do questions. We'll get some more questions from the collective. It's been fun and lovely working with you all. We're in a very, very, very incredible place. We've never been here before. So just know that the Celestials and the Galactic Federations are all working with us. We've got brand new grids that are going to be supporting you in all of your beautiful 5D endeavors. Make sure you're aligning your business with 5D, right? Your integrity, your ethics, and everything is there for you. And God's going to support you in these new energies, and especially with your health. You can really do a lot with health, especially with what I've just done. If you do your chakra alignment every day, you're going to notice a difference within 3 days. Right? So just know that. So just practice that 3 days with your intention of alignment of your chakras. And then your chakras are going to start giving you information and downloads because your chakras are filled with information that we don't even know about because we've never been taught, told, or shown. So this is what I'm here for, dear little ones. Love you, love you, love you. Donations would be really wonderful. I'm loving and sending you all love and blessings. I love you so much. And bye. Namaste, dear lighted ones. Namaste.